Okay, we're having more UFO swarming sailors. Dozens of sailors confirm their ships were swarmed by at least 100 extraterrestrial otherworldly UFOs. 100? 100? Despite a Navy chief passing them off as drones, dozens of sailors have confirmed that their warships were swarmed by at least 100 otherworldly UFOs. Sailors on board a fleet of Navy warships sailing off the Southern California coast July 2019. This is different from the 2004 San Diego drills. Okay, so this is July 2019. They witnessed several of their ships being swarmed by a host of unidentified flying objects in an incident that went on for hours. And it happened again and again throughout the month, with craft hovering and zipping through near the fleet with flashing multicolored lights. The Deputy Director for Naval Intelligence saying he felt reasonably confident, quote unquote, that the objects were drones. Mail Online reports, but documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, in an exclusive interview with Daily Mail, says that crews from the ships have told him the swarms of at least 100 UFOs possessed unexplainable capabilities far beyond traditional drones. And he warned that unless the government can determine who was behind the swarm, the intelligence failure would dwarf, quote, our mistakes made surrounding the events of 9/11, end quote. He said, I don't care if these were drones or true UFOs, pyramids, triangles, or even seagulls with lights strapped onto their wings. I want the fundamental question to be answered. Do we know the controllers of these things? Contrary to the official Navy version of the events, the shocking claims raise the prospect that the craft filmed and caught on radar about 100 miles off the San Diego coast were either incredibly advanced foreign technology or something otherworldly. Corbell told the Daily Mail, we don't know yet what exactly these craft were, but whatever they are, their abilities and presence alone presents a serious national security issue and should not be dismissed out of hand. Last year, the filmmaker published videos from the warship incident that set social media ablaze. The videos, verified by the Pentagon, pictured flashing objects hovering above U.S. Navy ships in the Pacific Ocean west of San Diego. Radar screens picked up 9 of the craft, and infrared footage of the one orb-shaped object diving into the ocean. Now, we don't know if these things are coming out of the ocean or if they're coming out of the sky. There are many that claim that they can come in from the sky, dive into the ocean, and continue at the same speed. Now, others say they come out of the ocean and continue into the sky at hyperspeeds. Now, but in a historic hearing on UFOs held last month, Deputy Director for Naval Intelligence Scott Bray dismissed the footage, saying he was reasonably confident that the objects were drones. Last week, the Navy also released briefings, slides suggesting the craft were quadcopter-style UAS unmanned aerial systems and likely came from a nearby Hong Kong-registered freight ship. Corbell is now hitting back, claiming that he has dozens of accounts from crew, investigators, and briefed officials who say that the freight ship was ruled out, the nature and origin of the craft are still unknown, and that they flew in ways that would put publicly known drone technology to shame, he says. Jeremy Kanan Locker Corbell tweeted, the U.S. Navy photographed and filmed spherical-shaped UFOs and advanced transmedium vehicles. And he says here some of the footage filmed at the Combat Information Center at the USS Omaha, July 15, 2019, warning area of San Diego. No wreckage found, no craft were recovered. Now, according to Corbell, sources and the Navy's own documents released under the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, these craft's capabilities include hovering at altitudes of up to 21,000 feet, flying for more than 4 hours, traveling long distances in one flight, and being apparently impervious to anti-drone Navy technology. The Navy documents show the freight ship Bass Strait was docked in Long Beach, California, about 100 miles away when some of the incidents occurred, making Corbell's contact skeptical it could have been the source of the swarm. Corbell paraphrased one witness on the destroyer, the USS Russell, who he claims told him they saw one of the craft, quote, accelerate instantaneously into the upper atmosphere, end quote, and that other sources with knowledge of the case said the objects were detected moving from the air into the sea. One of the biggest mysteries about the drones is how they were able to hold enough power to fly for so long, so high, so fast, and so far. A crewman with direct knowledge of the case, who spoke to Daily Mail on condition of anonymity, called the incident world-changing. The naval officer says, "We don't yet have enough information to say whether this is man-made technology or not, but the amazing energy capacity of these craft is world-changing regardless." Now, Navy briefing documents released under FOIA and published this month by defense news site The Drive detail 8 incidents where unmanned aerial systems UAS swarmed 5 warships in the Pacific Ocean off the southern California coast. The incidents occurred on 4 days between July 15 and July 30th. Objects referred to as UAS or unmanned aerial vehicles, UAV, 2 technical terms for drones, were caught on camera, radar, and seen by sailors flying over and beside the ships. Some of the incidents lasted as long as 4.5 hours, and craft were observed as high as 21,000 feet in the air over the ocean. This is by Neam Harris on News Punch. So that's another sighting. That's besides the 2004 sighting off San Diego, again with Navy drills. So what's going on? They've seen over 100 of them this time. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.